So as we kind of close this up, let's remember that when we put down our weaknesses and our strengths, oftentimes we find that we have strengths that, if applied, will take care of our weaknesses. And so if you find a weakness that you don't have a strength for, or that you don't have an ability or a skill, you probably ought to look somewhere else to try to get that. I've used accounting a lot, but there are other things I think that can go along in a business. Marketing, like with using Vince for your technology and those kinds of things. Using you, Dave, for particularly, of my knowledge with the ISBDC, is the financial projections are just extremely strong in terms of forecasting. But remember, there is help there. The Entrepreneurship Center, one of the things that we were able to do there is act as a resource. And one of the things I think, Vince, you would agree with is that while you can Google things that you might want to find, that doesn't mean you've found the kind of resource you need. You need to go places like ISBDC or those folks that can help you find and direct you towards resources that can help you. And there's a lot of times those resources don't cost very much, actually, when you get right down to it. Have you found that true, Vince?
Yeah, actually, before we went live, I mentioned a podcast I'm listening to, and this is a different story from the same podcast this morning. He was comparing specifically service-based professional services businesses to cooking, right? You can go on Google and you can find a recipe. You can find a recipe from Gordon Ramsay, and you can go home and you can try to do that. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. But if you go to Chef Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, and he prepares it, or his trained staff, professional staff prepares it for you, it's going to be a different experience. So there's that difference in both, finding the resources that are out there and trying to do it yourself, which sometimes can work or get the job done, and really getting the professional experience from someone who, is an expert in this field. So yeah, absolutely.
And Ken, I appreciate you bringing up our organization. Because at the Small Business Development Center, there was an old advertisement, it was Verizon, where they showed the technician and then this triangle of sea of people behind the technician that was all part of Verizon, and the staff and the support and all that kind of thing. That's what we do. We not only do advising, we do introducing. And there's a whole lot of programs, workshops, people. We have specialists in agribusiness, veteran-owned business, LGBTQ plus business, Black-owned business, all kinds of folks. And I'm just amazed by it the more I get involved with the organization. So, yeah, if you mention help, and someone online mentioned that there's help as well, boy, it's vast. And you just got to reach out, and we can sit down with you and have a hour chat and see what we can do to help. And again, it's all at a no-cost basis. It's all grant funded. So it truly is a wonderful resource.